Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our new chapter number 18, Pollution of Air and Water. So, first of all, we should know about what is pollution, right? So, the presence of unusually high concentrations of harmful or poisonous substances in the environment, that is water, air, right, etc. So, these are called pollution. So, pollution Yes, pollution like the air and water with poisonous substances and make them impure to such an extreme that they become harmful to the human being and other plants and animal as well as the non-living things. So they are creating a pollution in our environment, right? So an unwanted and harmful substances that contains the environment such as air and water is called pollution. Now, let's talk about air. So, air is a mixture of gases, right, that present in all around us, right? So, the two main gases present in air are nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen makes up about 78% of air, whereas oxygen makes up about 21% of air by volume. So, air also contains a small amount of CO2, argon and water vapor, etc. Okay, so in addition to the normal constituents, the polluted air may be also contain harmful substances such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, smoke and dust, etc. So by all these things our air get polluted and it become pollution, right? So let's start with air pollution. Okay, what is air pollution? So the air over large cities is heavily contaminated with harmful gases like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxides, smoke, dust, etc. So the contamination of air with harmful gases like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, all these things, etc. These are called air pollution. So the major pollutants which causes air pollution are sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide and excess of CO2, chlorofluorocarbon and suspended particulate matters like dust, smoke, fly ash. So all these are the major pollutants which causes the air pollution. Now let's talk about the sources of air pollution. So most of the air pollution is caused by the burning of fuels such as wood, yes, cow dung, cake, coal, kerosene, petrol, diesel and homes or motor vehicles like automobiles, factory, thermal power plant, etc. So these are the main sources of air pollution. So let's see, you can see here one picture is given. Yes, this is the exhaust gases that emitted by motor vehicle that causes air pollution, and motor vehicles that produce pollutants like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide and smoke, etc. Right? So yes. Now let's talk about main sources of air pollution. Like smoke emits from the homes by the burning of fuels like wood, cow dung cakes, kerosene and coal that causes air pollution, right? Now smoke emitted by factories and thermal power plants due to burning of coal that causes air pollution, right? Now oil refineries and industries that engaged in the production of metal and manufacture of chemical that also causes air pollution. Smoking causes air pollution. So all the above sources of the air pollution are man-made source of air pollution in which pollutants are added to air by various human activities like forest fire and volcanic are the two natural sources of the air pollution which put smoke and dust into the air. Now This is all about the sources of air pollution. Now let's talk about what is the harmful effect of air pollution. So air pollution produces a large number of bad effects on living and non-living things. So air pollution can cause health problem in human beings. It can kill animal as well as plants. It can also damage the environment and property like buildings, etc. Okay. Now we will now give the name, sources and harmful effect of various air pollutants. Okay. So yes, sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is produced by the burning of coal in the factories and thermal power plants. Sulfur dioxide is also produced by burning of petrol and diesel. So sulfur dioxide gas in the polluted air that causes respiratory problem, means it is helpful for breathing, in breathing. Yes, it create problem. So if may even cause that permanent lung damage. Okay, and sulfur dioxide gas is polluted air produces by acid rain. Okay, and this acid rain damage the trees, plants, soil, aquatic animals like fishes, right? So buildings and historical monuments. So sulfur dioxide also contributed to the formation of deadly air pollutants called the smog. Okay, so this is about sulfur dioxide. Now let's talk about the next, that is nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen oxide are produced by the burning of fuels like petrol and diesel in motor vehicles. They are also produced by the burning of coals in the factories and thermal power plants. Actually, the high temperature produced by the burning of fuels like petrol, diesel and coal, that makes some of the nitrogen and oxygen of air to combine to form nitrogen oxide. Okay, and nitrogen oxide attack breathing system and lead to lung congestion. Now they also attract that skin also, right? So just like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide present in the polluted air that produces acid rain, and nitrogen oxide also contribute to the formation of smog. And smog is deadly air pollutant which is formed by the combination of smog and fog. Okay, and smog that also causes cough and aggravates like make worse asthma and other lung diseases, especially in children's, right? Yes. Now next we having is carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide is produced by the incomplete combustion of fuels like wood, coal, kerosene, petrol and diesel in the homes, in factories also, motor vehicles, right? So the exhaust gases of the motor vehicles like car, buses, trucks, etc. that contain carbon monoxide, which they emit into air. Now carbon monoxide is very poisonous gas which inhale carbon monoxide that combines with the hemoglobin of our blood and reduce the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. Due to this, blood is not able to carry sufficient oxygen to our body part, and this lack of the oxygen that causes respiratory problems like breathing problem, right? It causes suffocation also, and if too much carbon monoxide is inhaled, it may even cause death of the person. Okay, so this is carbon monoxide. Next we having is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is produced in excessive amount by the burning of large quantity of the fuels such as wood, coal, kerosene, petrol, diesel, LPG, CNG in houses, right? Now factories and motor vehicles. So though carbon dioxide is a normal constituent of the air, but excess of carbon dioxide in the air is considered a pollutant because it produces undesirable change in the environment. Okay, now we will study this in detail after a while. Okay, now let's talk about chlorofluorocarbon, that is called CFCs. So chlorofluorocarbon are the chemical compound which is made up of chlorine, fluorine and carbon elements. They are commonly known as CFCs. Chlorofluorocarbon are used in refrigerating, air conditioning, and aerosols sprays. Okay, so all these sources release chlorofluorocarbon into the air. Now, chlorofluorocarbons are depleting the useful ozone layer of the upper atmosphere, like ozone layer that prevents the harmful ultraviolet radiations of the sun from reaching to the earth. So, ozone layer protects us from the harmful effect of the ultraviolet radiations of the sun. But the destruction of ozone layer by CFC will allow the extreme harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun to reaches the earth, right? And these ultraviolet radiations can cause skin cancer, yes, cataracts, and destruction of the plants, and including the crops also. Okay, and it is called the ozone hole. The good news is that less harmful chemicals are now being used in place of CFCs. Okay, now next is our suspended particulate matter. Okay, that is called SPM. So the finally divided solid or liquid particles that is suspended in air are called suspended particulate matter. So some of the example of suspended particulate matter are dust, smoke, and fly ash. Okay, so let's talk about dust. So dust contain of tiny particles of the earth. Okay, and dust produce allergies, reactions in the human body, and aggravates diseases like bronchosis. Now, dust covers the leaves of the plant and trees and prevent photosynthesis. Now, smoke. Smoke is mainly tiny particles of the carbon in air. Smoke attracts our lungs and causes respiratory disease. Now the minute ash. Okay, so the minute ash particles formed by the burning of coal and carried into air by the gases that produces during burning is called the fly ash. Fly ash is emitted by the chimneys of coal that base thermal power plants. Fly ash particles present in the air that causes irritation to the eyes, skin, nose, throat, and respiratory tract, right? So that contain breathing in the air, that containing fly ash that causes disease, yes, so like lung cancer, yes. So the extremely harmful effect of air pollution on the environment are acid rain and greenhouse effect as well, or we can say global warming. So we will now discuss acid rain and greenhouse effect that produces by the pollutant air in detail. Now one by one let us start this acid rain we will start in our next video. Okay, till here I hope you understood. Read it carefully because this is very important. Okay, thank you.